Ladies and gentlemen, Laurie Cardoza-Moore with Proclaiming Justice to the Nations and my weekly update with you. And I want you to know what's on our radar this week. And several of you have contacted me about the recent Barna Poll that came out that showed a 50% drop in young evangelical support for Israel. And though this is alarming, I also want to be very clear, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see how those questions were asked. I know they polled about almost 1,000 young evangelicals, and poll basically indicated that 28% of those young evangelicals polled said that they supported Israel, while 24% said they supported the Palestinians. However, 42% of those young evangelicals said they favored neither. But the most telling part of that whole Barna poll was when they asked the young people, the same kids, do you believe that Israel or that Jerusalem should be divided so that the Palestinians can have their capital in East Jerusalem and the Jews can have their capital in West Jerusalem? 72% of those polled, ladies and gentlemen, said no, Jerusalem should not be divided, that Jerusalem should remain the capital of Israel. Why? Why the disparity? Well, if you add the 42% who said they didn't have a position, and then you add the 28%, you come up to 70%. And therein lies the key, because they said that one of the questions was, does your faith determine how you view this issue? And they said no. But I beg to differ. Those children, as toddlers and elementary age children and even middle school and high school children, sat in Sunday school classes. They heard the stories of Israel, of Jerusalem, of King David, of Queen Esther, of Goliath, David beating Goliath. These stories are ingrained in our children. So I just want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know the role or the impact that you may have had on your children and other children, especially if you were a Sunday school teacher. Never discount that, because it doesn't make sense that only 28% of those young people polled would say they stand with Israel, but 72% said that Jerusalem should remain the capital of Israel. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be discouraged. We're on the right path. Being involved in education and textbooks and standards is critically important to making sure our children are going to stand on what is biblically expedient, not what is politically correct. So God bless you and thank you. And remember, if you have a chance to teach a Sunday school class, you too could be planting seeds in the future generation. God bless you and thank you for all you do on behalf of our Jewish brethren, the state of Israel, and these United States.